We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's time for this real taller high. Been going live on a televised on the blue skies. We on that Friday night Knicks with our Knicks constituents. Lift the ultra trip. That's that Nick orange and blue. I thought you knew it's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. We stand on business. This real talk brand. You know we in this. We in the streets of Manhattan. People in the action. Getting the people reacting. Leading up to Knicks and he's getting it cracked. Cause it's game time. We in the world most famous. We're seeing the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena. You know the Knicks fan. We feeling real giddy and litty. New York City gritty, committed to beat the city by 50. We're about to get me a nice life with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart device. We got them getting it popping in the Apple Watch. Let the home, let the partners stopping on their Apple Watch. And Knicks Real Talk, the team streaming on YouTube.com. We got two dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping the bomb. When the cops got a spot and dropping some of the hottest Knicks content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know, upstairs leaving the guard after Knicks and got their bag. Looks like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We Yo, good evening, everyone. What's good? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody out there, man. Knicks Real Talk. Yo, replacement therapy, man. Replacement theory tonight, man. Mitchell Robinson situation, injuries. Are they gonna do it by committee or they gonna do it by trade? We'll get into all that. You know, all that good stuff, man. The season's almost upon us. Before I start babbling and getting into all this good talk, let me bring the other half of the hole in the building. Sharp Howard was good, my man.
Salute to you, Divine, as always. Salute to the family in the chat. Let's get it.
Salute to the chat. JB, Julian in the building. Jarvis, my man. King Ribby. Peace to the God of our wives. My man was good. Peace, God, peace. And everybody, man. Salute to everybody out there. Real quick on a quick note. So everybody down there on the southwest of down there in Florida, man. Tampa area. Helene coming through there doing damage. 125-mile-an-hour winds. Y'all be safe down there in Florida. Coming up the Atlanta's corridor and all that good stuff. Y'all just be safe out there. Praying for everybody down there, man. Hope everything go good. Y'all don't get too much damage or injuries down there in Florida, but protect yourselves, especially my daughter and them. On another note, you know, Sharp Howard, just the season's almost upon us, my man. You know, we got about another cold month before games kick in, or less than a month before the games really start popping. But right now, training camp is around the corner. I'm excited about that. Media day, so you know they starting to get amped up there, man. It's fun. Nick basketball is back, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man, it is here. It's right around the corner. We are a touch away from next week starting the training camp and stuff like that. And it's gonna be, you know, it's you know, it's gonna be a lot to be seen. You know, I mean, we got a lot of things that we got to talk about today about what the Knicks should do or how they could do it or what they might do and stuff like that. So we're gonna get into it. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, man. So Bully in the building.
Yes, Bully.
What's good? AP, Darren, everybody in the chat. So to all you guys, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited, bro. I really am, man. You know, this has been a pretty crazy, you know, summer and all that. We did a lot of things in the summertime. Had a lot of activities going on in New York. Obviously, Mikal Bridges and Anobi signed. A lot of good things happened for the Knicks, and now they're get ready to take this thing and put it onto the playing court and see how it's going to develop over an 82-game season. Hopefully, we go further than that. But I'm super amped about it, man. I just think the Knicks did some good things. Obviously, had a little bit of injury setbacks coming into the season. Hopefully, time heal wounds and certain guys can be ready. I think Julius Randle will be in training camp from what I hear, and that's a good thing too. But overall, obviously Mitchell Robinson news is pretty devastating. We're gonna get into that later on. That's a big topic of the night. That's why I call it the replacement theory. Who should we do? How are we gonna do it? Should we go out there and get this guy? So we're gonna get into it like quite so we done heard it all before. But now you're about to hear from Knicks Real Talk, man. So salute to everybody. But other than that, man, another big thing tonight. My man Julian hit it right on the head. Let's go, Big Blue Giants in the building tonight against the Dallas Cowboys. You know, listen, we had a good game the other day, last week, man. Bounce back. Neighbors is the real deal. Dan Jones had a good first half, managing the clock and all that good stuff. Defense played pretty well, so that was good. And that was all good. So see if we can go out there. And I think Cowboys kind of itching for a win after that beatdown they got. Well, it could have been worse than that, obviously, if my man wouldn't have did that onside kick for the dropped that onside kick for the Ravens. But so anyway, but you know, I'm ready to get it, man. It's gonna be a good game tonight. Let's get it popping, man. Salute, Blue Sky. What's good, my man? Salute to you, my man. Peace. Yeah, man. But Shop Power is like I said, I'm amped like a kid in the candy store now, knowing that the basketball season is around the corner, officially on the court. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people say the season is never over, but I'm talking about for scheduled games. You know, on the court, everything count now from 1 to 82 and so on and so on. I'm really, really excited about these guys, man. And let's hope see how they're gonna get it popping and everything like that. And on the other note, before we get into too much stuff, let's do it right quick, get the small stuff out the way. And to my man, once a Nick, always a Nick, ladies and gentlemen, Derrick Rose retired today. Salute to D Rose, man. You know, like I said, the brother, you know, came to New York 2 times in 2021 and beyond, and you know, helped the guys get to the playoff when we had a mediocre team, one of Tom Thibodeau favorites over the years. You know, so you know, it was good, you know, good for him, man. Because I think this is one guy. We always say if this didn't happen, if that could have happened, if that young man right there wouldn't have got injured, nothing. I think it can go without saying. He would have been just LeBron the man some. This guy had game, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, the knee injuries, you know, derailed him and everything. But you know what? He kept prolonging his career. Decided to say, "Listen, I'm going to, you know, not feed my ego. I'm going to come off the bench to be a 6 man on a lot of other teams." But D Rose was the real deal, man. You know, so let's hope that, you know, in his retirement years, he just get and do what he's going to do with his family and everything like that. But salute to him, man. When he came with the Knicks, I thought him, Shop Howard. I thought Porzingis, him, and Carmelo Anthony could have did something. And I think they had, at the time, we had Robin Lopez at center. I liked it, that team. I was kind of hoping they didn't break that up. I like give him another year because I thought Robin Lopez and Porzingis with the stretch 4, Melo and him, I thought they had a pretty good team here that year, man. And unfortunately, like I said, the injuries happen and this and that happened. Porzingis gets injured and all that good stuff. But I want to see that team get popping, though, man. What's your thoughts on Derrick Rose, man? Or, you know, from being Nick and his whole career in general.
I mean, you know what exactly what you said. Once a Nick, always a Nick, man. Salute to him for his stellar years that he had with the New York Knicks, and now he can retire. You know what I mean? Lick his wounds, and you know, he's still a young man. You know what I mean? Considering he's not 40, you know what I mean? He's still a young man and stuff like that. So go out and enjoy the rest of his life and still come to some games and stuff like that. We'll probably see him once or twice in the Garden or something like that in the near future, something like that. So that's what it is, man. And I'm happy that he decided to lay it down and you know, find greener pastures.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's part of the NBA growth. So salute to Derrick Rose, man, and all that good stuff. And you know, just to right quick to show how good this kid was, man, and his just all out athleticism. Let's pay homage to him a little bit, man. Then we get back at it, because I think it'll be a nice way to show the brother some love. Excuse me, Derrick Rose, ladies and gentlemen. The kid was there. He had it though. No doubt about it. He had it. Shout out, that kid had hop though, bro.
Man, he had hop, man.
Real for real. Another MVP in the league, man, coming to the first year. Like I said, the injury derailed the brother, man, but he's legit though.
Yeah, he was a Mr. Big Shot right there.
He was. like I said, man, that injury, man, you know what? Just know that if it wasn't for that injury, man, you probably see a lot of this kid for years. But it's happened though. But I still think he goes to the Hall of Fame. He had a working career, so man, Derrick Rose, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. He was that dude, for real. Yeah, Sha. He was nice. He was nice with his. Like I said, fortunately, the injury derailed him. But salute to my man. Thank you for being a Nick Real Talk. That he was that guy. But listen, our guys, we ready to go into battle. The show about to go down. It's about to go down. Like I said, the bad thing about it for us, ladies and gentlemen, which we're going to get into right now, and that's the main reason why we had the show tonight, is Mitchell Robinson, man. What sucks about that Sha Powers is, not only for the Knicks organization, but for himself. You know what I mean? I know he got to feel like that. I can't never stay on that court to really show what
can't get a break.
Can't get a break, man. So not only is it tough for the Knicks organization, but it's also tough for him as well as an individual, knowing that he probably loved the game of basketball. That's what got him to where he at, coming out of Louisiana. It is tough, man. He's one of my favorite dudes. Real talk. I mean, I'm a Mitch Homer, been a Mitch Homer. And it just sucks when you see somebody like that who can have an impact on the game. And you can imagine only if he wouldn't have been got hurt going into the playoffs against Philly last year. We probably would have got further. We got, but he was a big impact because we didn't have nobody who can. That's with Miles Turner at the time. So, Mitchell Robinson is a really interesting situation for the Knicks, Sha Powell, because he got a good contract. Next year be aspiring $12 million. But how do you think the Knicks feel knowing that every time they need him, he just can't be there when they need him? I mean, it even happened against not the first year when they played Atlanta in the playoffs. We had to use Nerlens Noel because Mitch Robinson was injured. So then, and so on and so on, do you think it's taking a toll on the Knicks for the organization thing where it's like, we love the young man. And I always say that he did get drafted by the old regime. But if something happened, what's your thoughts on Mitchell Robinson being a Knick this year and coming back? Because you think about it, if you come back in December, January, he'll probably be ready in February. And do you think the Knicks hold on to him, or what's your thought process on Mitchell Robinson and what's your gut feeling to happen with him per se?
Yeah, as a Knicks fan, I'm a homer also. The limited time that we have seen Mitchell Robinson on the court, we see he has it. He has some greatness in him. He just can't stay on the court. And speaking as a homer for Mitch, I want to see him, stay healthy and get on the court, and hopefully when he comes back this year, if he makes it back this year, because there's already some speculation out there that he may be in a trade. But he knows the business, and he also knows the business because he already put it out on his IG about, a couple of his crazy rants that he puts out there and stuff like that. So, as a Knicks fan, I want to see him here, and I want to see him have a healthy year. Doesn't look like we're going to have that this year. But I also made jokes about it. I made jokes about it on, I think it was last episode, or maybe on Ron's show, or whoever, where it was. Are we going to be mad if we miss Mitch for the first 15, 20 games or something like that, and then he plays 60, 62 games straight plus the playoffs healthy? Are we going to really be mad? So it's, I try to stay optimistic about Mitch, but I think, for me, if I'm talking about the front office, I think Mitch is a trade chip now. Mitch may not be here to the end of his contract, and with all the bright spots that he brought here and all those offensive rebounds and stuff like that, he is a liability. And if he can come back and be healthy when he comes back, that may change the tenor of how maybe the front office thinks about him. But I'm thinking if they're looking to go get someone, it all depends on what the Knicks are going to do. If they're going to go look for someone a little younger that can grow with the team, or if they're going to find someone that, in their prime right now that can really fulfill what the Knicks are, because majority of our guys are in their prime right now, to push forward and go forward. So, I would like to see Mitch come back. I'm hoping that he comes back, and when he comes back healthy. And if he misses 20 games, I hope he can play the next 62 games plus the playoffs consecutively.
Yeah, I agree too, man. We don't know between here and the trading deadline. We see, and like I said, the stuff that you just I reiterate what you said. You hear to see the cryptic tweets and everything like that. You know what? And I think I want to put somebody up there. I want to make sure I put up there because I think Julian might have put it out there. Let me go back to it. Before we're gonna get yeah, here you go. Julian said, "Do you think Robinson is gone? Rumor out there, Mitch is not being allowed to practice. It's a rumor, but Mitch cryptic tweets of the truth shall come out as suspect." Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's possible. I mean, you know, and I was telling, like I told everybody, man, sometime when a new regime come in the building and they want to establish their identity, their ways they want to run the organization, it happens, and they might say, well, you know what, I like Mitch, but I didn't draft him. I might got somebody, at least if Tom Thibodeau don't got a say in it, whatever, they might want to get somebody that came in with them. They born in here. They want to shape a mold. So you never know. But would that be the case? I cannot tell you that. But I do know this here. I do think that if Mitch come back and he's ready to go, he's going to play a major part in what we do in the playoff. No question about that. So his contract is good. He got a good friendly contract. So the Knicks might be like, you know what, we just gonna hold on to him to the end of the year. If he get healthy, get to the playoffs, he could pay dividends. And either we do it by committee or we go and sign somebody else, whether Mitch is in the trade or Mitch is not in the trade. It's who to say the Knicks still don't go out there and get somebody. But it's still tough, man, when you're not being available plays a major role in how you run your team. Because you run up certain plays in the course of the year, you run a certain type of offense, and that player is included in that offense or even included in them defense schemes. And when he's not there, sometimes the guy that's coming in for him, he might not play like this guy, and he got to make adjustments. So sometimes, they probably say, man, he's out, we need him. Now we get weaker. We get weaker because now we got to take our bench player, bring him in. Now that our bench player is in the starting lineup, and the guy who wasn't playing got to take care of the bench guy spot, and he hasn't been playing. So, and if you keep going through that scenario over and over again, the Knicks might be like, you know what? We can't depend on them when we need them. That's all it is. It's just business. It's just business. You know what I mean? Like, they might like, listen, we love this guy, but what's the use of loving somebody if he don't be there for you? And I think the Knicks is in that situation where they got to think about that. Shot Powers, we love Mr. Robinson. He grew up in this organization. We drafted him 32nd, 33rd pick in 2018. He been playing for the Knicks since then, starting and off the bench. So now it gets to a point where like I said, I'm a Mitch guy, but if you told me today they had traded Mitch for a certain type of player, I wouldn't be opposed to it because I do understand that it's business, and Mitch just ain't staying on the court. You know what I mean? And like I said, we wouldn't have got hurt in the playoffs last year. Probably took Indiana there with no problem. Mitch is that important to the Knicks last year. So knowing that he wasn't there, and he had a couple of other years he wasn't there, who to say? And I think it's like this here. If I trust the Knicks organization, I trust Tom Thibodeau and all them guys, but at the same time, this shit is a business. Shot Powers, and if you ain't on the floor, say no more. I don't know what to tell you. So let's see, man. I hope he get healthy, man. He come back because like I said, that's how important he is. And it's not about his numbers. It's about the way he affect the basketball game. You know what I mean? And like I said, his defense is so crazy because it's not only the rebound, it's the offense rebounding. That's some good defense there, keeping the team from getting the ball. You know what I mean? And that's how important he is to what they do on the defense side of the ball. But now that you brought in a guy like Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, do you wonder if the Knicks say, okay, no, we could put another guy in Mitch's spot, even if he's a step below Mitch in certain aspects, but because of the team, because of the guys we got playing with him that's built around him, we will be okay. What's your thought? Do you think the Knicks will, if they had a choice, not had a choice, but let me say if they had a choice in the right situation came up, do you think they'll move him?
Yeah, I think if the choice came up and You know, it was a move that they need to make, and especially with the money that he makes, yeah, I think they will make a trade. I think they will move him. You know, yeah, that's basically it, man. Because um, every right now, the big picture, if Mitch was healthy, the Knicks will have one of the strongest backcourts in the league. You know what I mean? You know, with the two wings that these guys got, with Julius Randle coming back, Mitchell Robinson, I mean, they would really be a dominating team down there. You know, OG can grab some rebounds, Kel can grab some rebounds, and Mitchell stop everybody trying to, you know, penetrate down that lane. You know what I mean? That's what Mitch does. He puts emphasis on not driving down the lane. He makes you second guess yourself, or if you do try him, he will show you why you ain't gonna come back down there the next time down, try to scoop by him and get that layup on him or something like that. So, you know, with OG and Mikal, I thought that was going to be a dominating force down there. You know, without him being there, you know, I think the Knicks right now, I mean, the only option right now that they really have, you know, is Jericho Sims. And Jericho Sims, the rumor is he's already training with Bryant, the Bryant guy that we picked up. So see what happens. You know, I think Mitch is going to be traded. And I mean, I hate to say it out loud because I really appreciate the guy for the limited time that he's been on the court. And I was hoping to see him on the court with OG and Mikal, but I don't think I don't think Mitch makes it to the end of this year's contract.
Yeah. A lot of watch said, who to say injury doesn't happen to the next guy? That's facts. Yeah, that's fact. It's part of the game. We let him go, then we pop someone else after all that's time invested. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like I said, I'm not the one, you know, to advocate trading. I always try to look at it from the New York Knicks front office standpoint. You know, but that's facts right there, a lot wise. You know, I always try to look at it from what would the Knicks do? Not so much what the Lions do, because the Lions want to keep them, but like at the same time, if something occurs, if something happens to come up and it's beneficial to the Knicks gonna do what they got to do. You know what I mean? And I think the guy it's a force, and I still think what's so bad, what's tough about it. Why I don't want to lose him, just lose him, because he never got to play with a squad like the one he gonna play with this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mitchell Robinson never got to play with no defenders like Anunoby and Mikal Bridges to make the job easy for him. That's why I'm opposed to getting rid of him, because first of all, he got a real decent contract and he's a Knick and he makes a difference on that basketball team. Make no mistake about it. But you know, bring hailstorm, earthquake to God. No. Sometime, like I always say, how to say, you've been in a relationship with a girl for a while, then it ain't there no more. You know, you in a relationship, y'all doing good, but then it start going kind of, because of certain things happen, you don't have that same love anymore. And maybe it's time, you know, we break up and go our ways. That shit happens every time. You know what I mean? And it could be the case with him, and it might not be the case. Niggas be like, yo, okay, you know what? We good. We got enough ammo to hold down the fort till he get back. And that's pretty much what you bank on. You bank on that Jericho Sims, Pressure Achua, Haka Prody, and Julius Randle at the 5 when you got a small ball lineup against other teams can hold us down. But you got to remember, it ain't Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson that's not playing. It's Jericho Sims and Pressure Achua and whoever. So, you know, that's a big difference for not having Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein than having Jericho Sims and Precious Achua or Haka Purdy. You know what I mean? So, and I think no mistake about it, that makes your team weaker to me. You know what I mean? So let's not this is how important this do this to us. You know what I mean? And so now, you know, what do they do? And that's why we got to join out tonight, man, just to say, you know what, it's replacement theory. What's possible? What would happen? On the diets, what's good, my man? What's good with you, my man? Salute, my brother. Salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody, salute to you guys, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Make sure I run them up with that button for your brothers, man. And but listen, I'm excited about it, man. But I think Mitchell Robinson, I looked at some guys that's possible, shot powers that can go in there if they choose to make some moves. To let's talk about this first guy, man. We talked about him. I'm quite sure a lot of shows talked about him, but Nick Richards, I think the kid, I like what he do. His contract, ladies and gentlemen, this year, next year, $5 million, 9 points, 8 rebounds, PER 16.7, career 17 assists, got about a block shot here and there. He's like a Mitch in a sense, maybe not as big as Mitch, I don't think, but he's a 7-footer with a 7'4" wingspan. I mean, the kid can do the things over the rim. That's how he played. He got a little bit of something in the arsenal. But for $5 million, see, that's what I was trying to talk about, the part when I said the business side of it, Shaw Powers. You know, you talking about a dude making 3 times less than Mitchell Robinson, hypothetically, and can do the same thing. Look at his numbers. And he was backing up Mark Williams a little bit down there in Charlotte. And then Mark Williams got injured a little bit, so then that kind of catapulted his minutes and everything. But you get that same production for $5 million. You know what I mean? So, you know, them the things that kind of make you go, at least make the Knicks go, or any other team in the NBA. Can I get the same value from a guy, or a little bit less than the value guy, but can give me that for the money he making? And Nick Richards seems like he fits that bill for any team. But I say the Knicks because the Knicks is the one that need a center. So, you know, that's an easy pressure to chew a trade. You know what I mean? Easy. Salary wise, or Jericho Sims and somebody else, whatever the case may be. But that's the guy to me that I don't have a problem seeing on Knicks for number one. Kentucky do. You know what I mean? So, you know, Julius Randle mode, Cat mode, all these guys, you know, the Wildcats, like you say, whether it's Villanova, whether it's Kentucky. He come from a real good college where you had a great coach in Calipari who teaching him the same thing he taught Cat and everybody else. So he understands the NBA. He understands the nuances of it. Like you say, he came this second year, that $15 million contract. What's your thoughts on my man? I don't. If you had to pick somebody just to fill that gap, see that's a good. Even if he walk in 2025, it's only $5 million. Ain't like he making 70 million or 60 million or 40 million or 25 million. He making $5 million. But even if you trade for him and you wind up not signing him, or you trade him in a trade when his contract is up, but he got a lot of stuff that goes in his favor too. You know, like I said, being from Kentucky, born out here, you know, and on the East Coast. So what you think about this guy, man, Nick Richards? I like him. I think he does some things that's good for us.
I think this is one of the Knicks' big targets right here, because he fits. I always talk about follow the money. This guy, he fits right in. And I mean, the only other side to that is who you got to let go to get him. But I like him. And if you put him in the mix with OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, he's going to flourish under that Tom Thibodeau big man scheme that he plays. I think he'll be a very good pickup for what the Knicks will be looking for. Good looking guy, healthier. I think I was looking at he had some good years of being on the court, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think was last year 69 games. He had a couple of good games, over 60 games played in his limited time of playing basketball. So I think that is what the Knicks are looking for. They're looking for someone that they could put in there that can probably play majority of the year on a feasible contract, and he fits all of those things. He's a big guy. He a lob threat. He can grab rebounds. He can be aggressive, block shots. Offensive rebound. You know what I mean? And he can space the floor a little bit. He has a mid-range game. I'm not so sure a 3-point game, but he has a mid-range game where he can pull you out from the paint. So it allowed people to penetrate going to the hole. I like him. I think the Knicks like him, and I think that it fits the Knicks mantra of making I don't want to say mediocre, boy. I might as well say that instead. A mediocre move, so it doesn't mess with the cap so much this year.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I think that's what all this boiled down to, because there's some guys out there that we can go out there and grab Shaw Powers, but like you said, does it work with the cap situation? You know, we right there, $7 million under the second apron, so you know it's gonna be hard just to go out there and just grab out certain guys. Let you trade certain guys who you might not want to trade. And I don't see Julius Randle, Josh Hart, even till none of them cats going anywhere. And I damn sure don't want to lose Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? So, You know, it's the guy that we're gonna lean on out there. We don't know what's gonna happen going to a training camp because what's happening to Drop Pop or Kiki Pop or whoever. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting, but I do believe that if this cat don't this might be Mitchell Robinson's last year in the Knicks uniform, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to tell you that. I say that with not wanting him going, just thinking out loud, not wanting him going. I don't care if Mitch stay here and get another contract. We had to, but because of the situation, it's just tough. And we like La said, we just got to sit back and wait to see what the front office is gonna do. You know,
That's a fact.
They got something up their sleeve, and we got to wait. We can only speculate and all that good stuff, but it comes down to what they feel they need to do. And if they feel like they need to move on for Mitch, they will. Or if they feel like they need, that's why I like the Nick Richardson, because of the money shop out. You can keep him and Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? That's why I like this deal. $5 million. You could keep both of them. You know what I mean? So that means if it's, like I said, if it's one of them guys that we signed for $2-3 million along with somebody else, hoping that we don't have to go get away from a Deuce McBride thing, then that's the guy you go get for the money. If Charlotte probably willing to take a pick or whatever, and if the Knicks give up a pick, I think the Knicks will sign him later on down the line. I don't think they're gonna give up a pick, just let him walk in a couple of years, not a first rounder anyway. So if the Knicks grab him and have to throw in a first round pick, you best believe they're going to either sign him or trade him and get another pick back when the time comes, if they don't decide to sign him. So, but he fits the bill because of what he can do, and that contract is friendly, super friendly. So, I'm all for it, man. I ain't got no problem with Nick Richards whatsoever. And I like his DNA from a basketball perspective. He been around, he know how to play, come from a good organization, and I think he'll blend right in well over the top with Jalen Brunson getting down in that lane. He would be a healthy Mitchell Robinson, basically a healthy Mitchell Robinson. And I think if you can get him, that's a guy we should go after. So let's see, man. But there's guys out there that can't get traded for now, maybe to December or whatever the case may be. And I think that's what it is. Yeah, get Nick out, Mitch in the pocket. Okay. They got something like this. Yeah, I agree with that, man. They do. Something gonna brew. I be thinking it's gonna pop off any day now. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I be sitting here like I'm gonna wake up in the morning, go on X or go on something, and the Knicks made a trade. It just feels that way to me. But now that we done got this close to training camp, and next thing you know, December will be here before you know it. Next thing you know, trade line will be here.
That's a fact.
That shit been going so fast. So Nick probably said, well, we could ride this shit with Jericho Sims. But I think Jericho Sims will have a great year this year. I really believe that. I think that young man gonna finally be able to be healthy for one. Now he's got a chance, Shaw Power, because he's not backing up Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? He got a chance to get him some minutes down in New York. And I think Jericho Sims, yeah, fact, Julian. That's fact. Get him and keep my man Mitch in the pocket. Then when Mitch come back at the coming off the bench in the playoffs, him and Nick Richardson, that'd be deadly. Let's talk. I ain't mad at that, man. Let's hope that we can do that, because I think that'd be a good way if they could pull that off. AP said, we know this if the Knicks win a championship this year, Eric Adams may not be hosting the parade. Well, that's what he get, though. I know I hate to bring politics in the building, but that's what he get, though. And, and all that good stuff. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But we expect people to do better when we put them in office. But anyway, you know how it is. AP, I'm just going to keep it Knicks, but I understand where you're going with that. But another guy, Shaw Powers, me and you talked about, and a lot of other people talked about, Valanciunas. Valanciunas is a good, interesting. Now I love his numbers. His numbers is there. 12 points a game, 8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, a 19 PER, almost 20 PER last year. Contract not bad, 9, 10, 10. Veteran with experience, rough rider. Rough rider type of cat. Lithuania. He that cold country, he's a rough rider. The cat can go out there and bang with the best of them. He's like that Steven Adams type of dude with skills. So I know Washington just picked him up this year. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Kyle Kuzma situation with Jordan Poole. I think Tyrus Jones might have left. I think he might have went, but they must have keep. They think Valanciunas with Jordan Poole, Kyle Kuzma can make some noise, which I don't see how that's gonna happen. With Bagley the third or Rashad Holmes, all these guys, But if he becomes available, which I haven't heard that about Washington want to trade him, but anything happen when it get to a certain time, y'all flop and just you recognize what you thought it was. You ain't get to where you thought you say, well, we need to break this thing on up and try to get some fresh young people in here. They might start throwing people all over the place. He's the type of guy with a $9 million contract. Another guy who putting up Mitch numbers, but he stayed on the court. You know what I mean? He stayed relatively healthy a lot. In 66 games played current season, 82, 66. He stays on the court. Here you go. Last year, New Orleans played 82 games, 79, 74, 62, 70. 70, a couple of years he must have got hurt. In 2018, he had 30 and 19. So he played though. You know what I mean? He's there. But when you look at the numbers, that's impressive to me. 12, 8, and 2. That means he's a good passer. Hartenstein, you know what I mean? And he got a 20% PER. So that means he efficient, you know, on what he do. And guys like that, you know, you just gotta wonder if they become available, do you go out there and think about adding them? What's your thoughts on Valanciunas? Because the cat definitely fits the mold of what we're trying to do.
I think I also think this is one of the guys that is on the radar, like the real radar. You know what I mean? Veteran, a little older. He may have lost a step or two, but he's still viable, and he will be very, very entertaining to see him with OG and Mikal Bridges. Plus, we still own the rights to Washington's pick, which we can offer back up into the deal for them. So it would probably be Precious and Diop Bates, plus the pick, plus their pick back. And I think that could work. And that deal can happen on December 15th, like the day of December 15th, that can happen. So I think this is a name that we can possibly see as someone coming over as well. You know what I mean? Contract's not too long. The money's not that great, you know what I mean? And it will fit into the follow the money. It would fit into that spectrum. So I think he's a different kind of center that Tom Thibodeau has had in the last couple of years, but a very viable candidate for being the starter on the New York Knicks, along with him, Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, and Mikal. That's a strong team right there. You know what I mean? And he's battle tested. He's not no punk. He then battled against some of the greats. And only thing I think he may be 1, 2, or 3 in the top realm of that radar. You know what I mean? Or darts or whatever you want to call it. He is somewhere in that radar because of that pick that we have from Washington. So that's something that I'm looking at that possibly could happen.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, man. I like Valanciunas. I always like his game. The dude he got the type of game, he got the type of attitude. He go hard, and that's what New York need. You ain't punking him, Anunoby and Randall. I tell you that right now. Let's bring that to the floor. You're not punking them dudes. You know what I mean? And he that type of dude. He is that type of dude. He don't duck smoke. He go hard. He banging. He a big body. I mean, the cat that plays on offense too. He got an offense game. Like I said, he averaged his career 13 points a game. I see him stretch out, hit the 3 ball. He can stretch the floor. He can knock the 3 down occasionally. $10 million, $10 million this year, 10 next year, and 10 years after that. That's a type of piece we need because the contract is super friendly, and knowing that with the apron situation and all that good stuff, that allows you to be able to still get off guys like, Precious Achiuwa. Even if you had to throw Jericho, okay, whatever. But anyway, you don't lose your core. That's what I mean. You could bring a guy like that in here, but you don't lose your core pieces. So you add somebody like that to the mix. That's to me definitely championship type of caliber player to go along with the team that we have. So I would be super ecstatic if they could pull that off. John McDonald said Valanciunas is on my radar. Later by December 18th, he, Sims, Robinson could take us all the way to the championship. That's facts, man. He could. Mm-hmm. That's facts. That's a good analogy there. They could. And like I said, the money's good. and you can't go wrong with that. He do what Hartenstein do without getting all that Hartenstein money, because he done got kind of paid over the course of his career. So he pretty good. Valanciunas done got paid pretty good. So you can't go wrong with that. That's over his that 3 years of this current contract. But he has his earnings. He has made that money. He has made that money. Look at with the Pelicans, 15 million, 14 million, 14, 15, 16, 16, 15, 14. So he earned it. He's not, I guess what I'm trying to say without babbling, excuse me, he got his money, and now he just looking to go in there and probably want to win a ring. He just probably want to win a ring. That's where he at in his career. But man, that boy, man, you look up and down the Eastern Conference. Ain't too many centers in the East could bang with him.
Facts.
There ain't too many bats to bang with. So Shot Powell, they'd be a good look for the Knicks. I think they get it popping, man. If they can get Valanciunas in here with that contract, and like I said, you could do all this without losing Mitchell Robinson. Actually, see, that's what's so crazy.
That's a fact.
Crazy, bro.
That's a fact.
Oh my!
You don't have to lose Mitchell Robinson, bringing him in. Bates Diaw and Precious Achiuwa with that Washington pick gets him. Bates is what, $3 million. Precious is $6. That's $9 million plus that first round pick. You give it back to him. That puts you over. You giving them more than you getting back. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that deal.
Yeah, for real. That's why the Knicks team is scary. Like I said, and I do believe Jericho Sims gonna have a good year this year. Like I said, sometimes when one door closed, another opens. And when Mitchell Robinson went down, Hartenstein got traded. That's traded. Signed the free agency somewhere else. Now the door open for Jericho Sims. He working out with my man Mark Bryan, Shot Powers. Good. Mark Bryan was a phenomenal post player down there in Syracuse. Seton Hall back in the days.
Yeah.
And went to the NBA, had a pretty decent career. But the man knows basketball. He's a good, savvy big man. Mark Bryan, the truth. So to be able to have a guy like Mark Bryan in your circle, and it bodes well for him and a Precious Achiuwa and Haka Purdy, all of them, but mainly Jericho Sims, because he gonna get thrown right into the thrust of all this stuff. Every time a center went down in New York, it was always Jericho Sims that got the minutes. But now I think he's gonna be able to really capitalize off it, because he don't have a lot of pressure and he got a better support cast around him. Ain't no pressure on Jericho Sims. He got Anunoby, Randall, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson. He don't have to. All he got to do is rebound, block shots, rim run, over the top. Defense, block out. He can throw mad screens because the young man got a good body on him. So
solid screens.
Yeah,
and he can rebound. The one bad thing about Jericho Sims to me is when he rebounds, he hesitates.
Yeah,
instead of grabbing the rebound and kicking the ball right out to somebody, he gets the ball and he does this, too much. You get the ball, you grab the ball, you see someone that's open, you give it right to him and let them give it back to you so you can make your move instead of letting everybody collapse on you. Aside from that, but I believe that's in his youth. And we also got to take into consideration the last 2 years, he had a shoulder injury that we really didn't know much about, and a thumb injury, which he has had that was hindering him a little bit. So he should be 100% healthy, 6'10", 240-something pounds, 250 pounds of just athleticism. And we have seen him grab hard rebounds, block some hard shots. And if he could stop doing that deer in the headlights, he kind of was a little better the limited games that he played last year, to stay on the floor instead of getting up faked out the gym. You give that little up fake, he'd be way over there. So he'd be all the way out of this. He as he get older, he'll learn a little bit more, and I think he'll be a little better this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think experience is the best teacher, man. You get wiser, you study more, and like I always say, you could develop sitting on the bench. You might not be in game action, but your mental is getting strong sitting there, because you can sit there and observe how everything going on. Sometimes guys like him might need it, because remember, 58th pick, raw. You know what I mean? But he'd been here long enough to say, well, now I do know the system, first of all, which is good, and I got a lot of time to sit back on the bench and develop mentally, because I was watching the game every day, sitting on the bench, seeing what this guy doing. And that's why I think Tibbs said, listen, I'm letting you know right now, we about to lose Hartenstein. Tibbs' partner was telling him, you need to get yourself ready this summer. get yourself ready because we're gonna have to depend on you. Knowing the Mitch situation, they already knew that Mitch wasn't gonna be back. They knew Hartenstein was leaving, and that's why you see Jefferson doing what he was doing all summer long, getting ready for what he about to embark on for the next 82 games or more. Knock on wood, he stay healthy. But and I think he's gonna take advantage of it. I think he got a good core around him. I think he got good players around him, and he got a lot of guys. He got a lot of unselfish players around him. Jalen Brunson and them guys are they team players, they team guys. They're not selfish dudes. So I think it'll bode well for him. Let's hope that he can really take advantage of it, man. If he give us 7 points a game, 8 points a game, 8, 9 rebounds, I'm good. You know what I mean? And then somebody else coming off the bench or Julius Randle move to the 5 in certain scenarios, I still think we could. And I think the cat got the athleticism in there. And he looked like a humble young man. So let's see how it goes. I think if the man popped for us, we'd be okay until either Mitchell Robinson get back or until it's time enough to make a move if we have to. But I'm really looking forward to Jericho Sims. And obviously we got Pressure Chua there. He's working out, doing his due diligence all year long, putting the work and getting better. And that's one thing about this organization, Shot Power. They will put the emphasis on putting the work in. The magic is in the work. And that's a Tibbs quote, and Tibbs stick by that. The magic is in the work. A la Deuce McBride, a la Julius Randle, a la Emmanuel Quickly, a la all them guys. Put your work in, you get better, and that's evident of what Tom Thibodeau has been preaching since he's been here. So, what you think? What you think about Jefferson? Do you think he would be able to put up some numbers with the players that's around him to sustain till we get another player or Mitchell Robinson get back?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine this year. You know what I mean? He's a year older, a year wiser. You know what I mean? And I think that he knows the system. And I'm running this the whole offseason with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby on the court with him is going to make him a better player because now he doesn't have to worry about switching out so much. And I mean, because you have other guys that can switch out. All he has to do is make sure he doesn't get the defensive 3 seconds in the lane, and he's going to be a promising player because he does all the things that we really want. He's a big guy. He sets hard screens, and he can rebound the basketball. You know what I mean? And he can put the ball in the basket a little bit. And we've seen him a couple of games do some spin moves and drive to the basket and throw it down real hard. So he has that in his game plan. The more playing time that he gets this year may prosper for him. You know what I mean? May make him better. And plus, he's not hurt with that shoulder and that finger this year. So I expect a lot out of him this year, especially in the beginning of the season. I mean, he's the starter for us anyway. So I expect I got high expectations for what he could pull off this year.
Yeah. The next guy I would bring up, though we're not gonna even remotely go for this, I don't think, because you would have to put one of our big dog in. The reason why I'm bringing him up is for a comparison reason. Child Powers, check this out. DeAndre Ayton, 16 points a game, 4 more than Valanciunas, 3 more rebounds than Valanciunas. Valanciunas got more assists per game. Valanciunas' PER is better than his. He making $34 million next year. You understand what I'm saying? DeAndre Ayton, 34 million, 35, and he only scored 4 more points more than Valanciunas. Then that's the reason why I say guys like Nick Richards and Valanciunas, and I would love to get Walker Kessler in here, but I brought that in there for a reason. Like, you literally gonna pay that guy $30 more million than Nick Richards, or 24 million more than Valanciunas, and their numbers is the same. That's what's so scary. You would have to throw Julius Randle in that trade. You know what I mean? And I like DeAndre Ayton, but for that price,
we can't afford that. I like him too. He got an up-tempo game, but his locker room antics and his mouth, I don't know, gets him over here to the New York Knicks yet. I don't know if he's set in his ways. He's still a young player, but he's been in the league for a little while. His offense on the court and his defensive knowledge of the game is phenomenal. He's one of the premier centers in the league. But even with him being a premier center in the league, he has not made it to the what's the word I'm looking for? To the not the upper room. He hasn't made it to the plateau where he can be. I mean, he made the money. He made that money because I think Yeah, you know, and plus he was making the trade from whatchamacallit, you know, so they try to make the money work and all that stuff. So with that being said, there's no way that I think we could get him without giving up someone like DiVincenzo or Josh Hart or something like that because of his money, or unless we're trying to move on from him and move Julius Randle, which I doubt that the Knicks want to do. But he's a great player and he has all the attributes that the New York Knicks looking for, but not one of my high target marks right there. You know what I mean? No, he's not one of my high target marks.
Yeah. Listen, I like Ayton. I see Mitchell Robinson eat him up all the time because of the height.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's my thing though. See, sometimes it's not about the talent. You know what I mean? Put it like this here. Didn't he play with KD and Mikal Bridges? Well, obviously Mikal got traded at that time. Didn't he play with KD and them in Phoenix? Was he there when KD was there? All I'm saying is sometimes it's not about the talent.
Was he? I'm not sure. I think he was traded before them, right? Wasn't he traded before them?
I think he played with Kevin Durant and them, or he played with Mikal before Durant and them got traded there. But either way it go, sometimes it's not only about the talent. You could be good talent. Are you a winning ball player?
Facts.
Because I don't care how talented you is. What is your mentality when it comes to I'm going to win some basketball game? This man has been around some real good talent and good coaches. Monty Williams, a lot of good guys, you know. So, but the contract though, and I just think that sometimes you can't always equate talent with a winning mentality. There's a lot of guys who had talent, but they didn't have that I want to win mentality. He haven't proved that to us yet, and he was around on some good teams. So, but I brought it up just because of the contract. That, you know, in order for the Knicks to go get a guy like that, like you said, they got to trade one of the guys that pretty much is a part of this thing and what we're trying to do here. And like I said, he playing right now with Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons. They had Malcolm Brogdon. They had Thibault, Robert Williams III. I mean, he had some good pieces down there now. And Chauncey Billups obviously took over that team maybe a couple of years ago. But that's a lot of money. 132 in 4 years. And like the last 2 years, this year he's making 34, next year 35. I don't know if I would do nothing like that, and I don't think they should do something like that. But that's why I like the Valanciunas guy, $10 million. That's why I like Nick Richard, $5 million. Obviously, you like Walker Kessler and guys like that. The only other guy that I think in that realm, that I don't have a problem with, Shot Powers, that I don't have a problem with doing, and the reason why I tell you why I don't have a problem with doing is because, number one, contract, and number two, he can also help the Knicks out, and I would have to lean on him because of his experience and know what he could do. And
Clint Capella.
Facts.
I know it.
Look at that contract, ladies. He on a 22 million aspiring this year. 11 points a game, 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 20-point PER. See, I don't have a problem with that because his money off the books in another year. Now, that's a guy you might have to put Mitchell Robinson in a trade with because of 20 million. You know, obviously you have to put Mitchell Robinson in there. But the reason why I don't have a problem with it, because that money will be freed up. And then you can go in and say, okay, you ain't got to sign Capella no more. Trust me. But you're not also losing not something that's worth, I don't know if you got to give up any crazy picks. But the good thing about that 22 million aspiring, it moved right into the Julius Randle situation, moved into the Mikal Bridges situation. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson took a little bit of money to keep us at a certain level. So now you might look at a guy like Clint Capella with a $22 million aspiring Shot Powers and like, okay, this guy can run, he can rebound, 10 rebounds a game, double
and
machine, and that's through his whole career. In his career,
and he's pretty healthy.
Yes. He had a couple of little nags here and there over the years, nothing major, but he's definitely a guy. If that came about, you got to think about that. It makes sense from a business standpoint, and it makes sense from a talent standpoint. And I think you will have to look into that. And but like I said, who you going to give up to get that 22 million? Because you can't get Pressure to a Jericho Sims and blah blah blah. It still ain't going to be able to get there. But unless you had to throw Deuce Bride in there, somebody, Tyler Kolek, I don't know, you know. But he's a guy that would be interesting for the Knicks. And I don't have a problem with Clint Capella if that had to happen, because I just think that the guy could play basketball. I think he fits well to what we do in New York. What's your thoughts on him for sure?
Yeah, he has a bigger contract, and I think if the Knicks want to get him, they can move some pieces to get him. You know, they have enough money. If you throw Mitchell Robinson there at 14 and Precious at 6 and Diop at 3, you know, you get him. You know, you give him a couple of second-round picks. We have a good relationship with the Hawks. We made a couple of deals with them in the last couple of years and stuff like that. I like Clint Capella because he's a scoring big man that's been in the East, and he's been in a couple of finals. You know, I mean, he has a little bit of seniority with him. You know, he's been to the green. Damn, I can't get the word out. Promised land. He's been to the promised land. He just hasn't equated everything that he could get from over there. But he has been there. He has been taken there. So I think he could fit real well with him. But with him being here, we definitely gonna have to get rid of Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, probably Bates. Might even have to throw Deuce in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey Julian, media day is the 30th, which is September 30th. I think training came after media day. I think they either going down to Charleston. So you're probably looking at the first of October, because the first preseason game is the 6th. Am I right, Shop Hours?
Yeah, something like that. I think
it's either Brooklyn or
early
something
in
like
October. I know it's early in October.
Yeah, October 6th.
And the media day is, I think it is September 30th. I think media day is around the 30th or something like that.
Yeah, true indeed, Julian. Facts. It should be Tuesday, Wednesday. It all goes down, man. That's why I said we so close. Next thing you know, we ready to pop off, man. It'd be regular preseason and regular season. It's gonna be a fun year, man. We ain't gonna hang in too long, because we know we got the Giants and the Cowboys coming up pretty soon. We're gonna get out of here in about another 5-10 minutes, man, and let everybody get into that
I got one more quick thing since we talked about Kessler. Since we talked about Kessler, and this is to the chat as well. If we could get Kessler and we just have to trade McBride, would you do it?
Oh man,
Kessler for McBride, Kessler and McBride, and those 2 first-round picks that are heavily protected. You know what I mean? Would you do it?
Oh, Shao Power, that's crazy. I'm gonna tell you, from a business standpoint, yes, because we need a center. We got a lot of guards, at least from that perspective. Man, Deuce McBride, I don't fell in love with Deuce McBride after the last couple of seasons, man.
I would hate to see him go, but with what Kessler could bring to the New York Knicks could be something special. And I mean, yes. And he also has an aspiring contract. I think this next season or this season after this season, something like that too. But we could bring him over here and put him into that Tom Thibodeau a big man session, and I think he could be something real prosperous with the Knicks. And I mean, and we still keep Mitchell, and we still keep Mitchell. We still keep Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it. If I take the sentimental stuff out, you got to, and only Kessler only making what, $2 million. He is still in his rookie deal.
Yeah, for about $3-4 million. Does he make about the same amount of money Deuce make? Whatever Deuce is making, he makes about the same, $3 million and some change. And Kessler make $3 million and some change or something like that, I believe. No more than $4 million. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So I would hate to see Deuce go, but from a homer for the Knicks, like you did, but for major reasons, I would probably, and I think that was Jarvis that put that out there early in the session, and I just reiterated it too because I was going to say it too because I think I would hate to see him go, but you know we got some backup players that can back him up. You know we're already going to be trying to find minutes for Kolick and Payne. And if we would reduce a little bit of the pressure there by giving up Deuce, then, you know, we'll see what Tyler Kolick and Cameron Payne can do for the Knicks in the second unit.
Hey, Shot Powers, 2.9 million team option, and he got a team option for 4.8. You know, woo, you might have to go ahead and take that deal, bro. You might have to make that trade, Shot Powers. I really say that, man. Because he got a team option on it, and the cat can do the damn thing. Look at his numbers. 18.
Yeah, his numbers ain't bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Almost a double. You know what I mean? And what's his P? 18. I mean, he could get busy when he needs to, and he could. It looks like he's almost 1 assist a game. You know what I mean? You give him an opportunity with a team that he can pass the ball to. I believe he can get up to 2.3, 2.5 assists a game easily, especially with Bridges and OG cutting to the basket and he's looking over everybody. And he's a kind of bruiser. He's a bruiser. He ain't no punk. I mean, he knows how to follow you. He knows how to follow you to the lane and block shots. He may only have 1 assist, but I think he's like three blocks a game. That's major,
man. That's him and Anunoby and Mikal Bridges a problem, just like Mitch would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But check it out.
Salute Parrish. You got a super chat, Divine. You got a super chat.
Sorry, but here you go. Look at right quick. Look at this. CAA. CAA.
Hey.
Aaron Mintz. He's CAA sports, bro. So hey, you know what I mean? That's real talk there. And let me get that in, my man. Parrish, my man. Thank you, my brother. Parrish sent us a super chat. Mr. Duggar, we appreciate you, my man. You already know, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm with you on that, Parrish.
I hope so. I hope so, Parrish.
Hey, Parrish, I think Mark Bryant coming down here with Othello Harrington and them dudes gonna make a difference for that young man. I'm trying to tell you, I think Gerald Sims gonna definitely have a decent year. No mistake about it. He gonna really be able to. Now he don't got Mitch in the way right now. He don't have Hartenstein in the way. He got a chance to go out there, and I believe Tiz them told him that at the beginning of the year, whatever. Listen, Mitch is hurt. He ain't coming back till then. We lost my man. This is your year to shine. Go out there and get it done. I think Parrish, I think he comes up huge this year. I really does. I think he will be a really efficient player this year. And let's hope that it comes to fruition. But I think they will. I think it's gonna be fun, man. I'm listen. I'm confident, Shot Powers, with the start of 4 we got. Whoever plays center for the Knicks,
facts.
I'm good. Just play your role. I think Gerald Sims, I think he go 8. I think as a starter for the New York Knicks this year, I'm putting out there right now. If he's the starting center this year, Gerald Sims gonna go. I'm gonna go 9-7. 9-7. I'm gonna go 9-7. The only reason I'm doing 9-7 because all the guys that's around him hitting that ball. You know what I mean? So, but I'm ready for him. I'm ready for Gerald Sims. I think he's gonna do what Deuce Bride did, Shop Hours. You know, the door opened and you took advantage of it. Well, quickly, look what happened when that's what Tom Thibodeau did. Listen, he said, Deuce Bride, we're not gonna sign a man quickly. You know what I mean? Time for you to step your game up. You know what I mean? We're not gonna sign Hartenstein. Time for you to step your game up. I think the young man is ready. Let's see, man. I'm really stoked about that young man, man. I think he's gonna really go in there and pay dividends for the Knicks. He got a good bunch of talent around him. He got a bunch of guys take the pressure off him. But overall, man, I'm really good with that, man. Let's see how it goes, man. He's one of them guys in there that's gonna get in there and have an opportunity. When, like I said, when an opportunity knocks, the door opens, you better run through it. If you let the door hit you in the back, that's on you. In your face, I meant to say, I'm going through the door. You let the door close behind me. But I think he does that this year. So I'm really happy about that, man, for sure. But let's see how it goes, man. The season's starting pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go down. It's gonna be down. It's gonna go down. I'm looking for this team. I got high expectations. I'm not even gonna front, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to hear them. Maybe they didn't do. No, I got high expectations for the Knicks this year. You cannot assemble a team like you just assembled in New York and don't do what you need to do.
Finals or bust.
Finals or bust. Tom Thibodeau don't have excuse. Leon Rose don't have excuse. Brunson don't have an excuse. Randall don't have excuse. They put talent around them dudes. You know, so let's see what happens. I'm super excited. So my man Danny, everybody.
Already.
Man, real talk, AP. Like I said, Julian, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. Yeah, man. I'm with you, Julian. It's like Shaw said, finals or bust. I know Boston gonna amp up. I'm not hating on Philly. Philly did some damn good shit there. Now, I'm not hating on Philly, but I think a lot of them pieces that they have is going to be predicated on the Joel stay healthy, like any other team.
They're old commodities.
Old commodities. How the chemistry are they going to be able to say, I'm going to be able to distribute all these minutes, knowing that Maxey, Paul George, and B going to be the bulk of that team scoring. How the other guys going to fit in? Are they going to be willing to sacrifice or not? We'll see. They got a good team. They got a damn good team. I got Knicks, Boston, and Philly, and Milwaukee. They're my 4 top dogs right there in the East. So we see how it goes. I didn't mean to move too fast on that. Sorry. But yeah, Shop Howard, it should be fun. Gonna be a good one, man. I agree with that, man. Because the Randall can move his feet. Precious can get out there. Parrish, you're dead on with that. And Sims, because he's a mobile dude, he gets out there on the perimeter and guard power forwards. I mean, I think what I like about Sims, real quick, Shot Powers, people really underestimate how good he can dribble that basketball and how he put the ball on the floor.
That's a fact.
I think like that. I was sleeping on.
Yeah, he was on some in betweens on some of the videos that I watched. His dribble was okay, man. Bounce in between, crossover, bounce in between, cross back over. Yeah, I mean, it was looking good. You know, I know it's all in practice, but so was Precious. Precious was doing some of the same things. Bounce, crossover, bounce, shoot a jump shot. That's another thing that Precious was doing in some of the things I've seen. So they're trying to perfect their games. The off season is the on season for them because they got to get on to the court this season coming out.
Facts, yeah, man. And even in summer league, when I watched him in summer, that's when I started observing his skills. Like, this cat growing. His first year, he was like super uber raw. But then as the years went on, the next year I see Jurgel Sims get to that corner, that I'm not, top of the key, put the ball on the floor, take that strong body, spin in the lane, go down there. I'm like, okay, he didn't do that the past year. Then the next year after that, I see him doing some other things. So maybe this might be that year that he finally takes a step he needs. Like I said, sometimes when you lose something, you get somebody else opportunity to step up.
That's exactly what happened last year.
Facts. Real talk, my listener. We ain't gonna dab too long because Giants and the Cowboys is going down.
Yeah, I'm about to go too. I gotta run out real quick.
Yep. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, Shaw. Do what you got to do, my brother. I'll shut it down.
Salute to you, Divine. Divine, I'll give you a call a little later on. Salute to the family in the chat. I'll talk to you guys later. Let me get out of here. Yeah, let me go run. I'll talk to you in a little bit, Divine.
Okay.
Peace.
Yeah, everybody, salute to the chat, man. Listen, great show. Thank y'all for coming in. Like I said, we got a lot of options, but Knicks in a good place, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not let the Mitchell Robinson injury and the Hartenstein, how would I say, free agent not signing. I don't think it impedes anything. I think the Knicks got enough talent, and I think they got enough talent to get rid of some talent, to bring in some talent. But I think they can go talent for talent and get something that's going to be beneficial to us in the long run or short term, whatever it may be. I think they're going to be okay. I really do. I really think they're going to be fine this year. I'm looking forward to the season. I think it's going to be lit this year, man. We're going to have a lot of more positive days on Knicks basketball this year than negative days. Obviously, we had 53 good ones last year. AP, about 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I met Shaw Powers in the Knicks Real Talk chat, AP. And then we bonded like brothers. I was at his wedding. We all that good stuff, man. And we just became brothers, man. And that's my man. He's the other half of the whole. So, but yeah, good brother, man. Yeah, he about 3 years now. When I met him. I met Shaw at Madison Square Garden, home opener against Boston Celtics. Me and KJ Events, my man, should be on here with me. Me and KJ went to the game. Shaw Powers was there. We linked up. Now since then, we've been doing it, man. Real talk. And that's awesome right there, AP, man. It's good to have relationships like that, man. People who you can count on, you knew for a long time. You still bond like brothers, man. That's real important, man, because that only tells you who you are as a person. When you got friends from the 80s, that only tells you who you are as a person. You got people who still see you as their friend or their brother, because that's the love y'all got for each other. That's real good right there, man. And I think what it should be about. But listen, man, let's go Knicks. Let's get it, Giants. I know it's gonna be a tough game tonight. I want to see Malik Neighbors do his thing. Hope Daniel Jones can have another backup game like he had the other day, because we should have won the game in Washington. but we let that get away. But it should be fun. I think it should be a fun game tonight. You know, Dallas going to be coming off that loss against Lamar Jackson the other day, so they're going to be looking to bounce back against the Giants. But we playing at MetLife. Let's go get it, man. I ain't got no problem with it. And we almost close, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of days from now, next thing you know, it's training camp. 4 days from now, media day, the 30th. The next week, training camp, then preseason. So we know I'll see you guys. We got some new exciting stuff popping off. Like I said, I got the new intro out there. I just got to do a lot of video editing, ladies and gentlemen. But the tracks and the bars is real nice. I'm really happy about the content. I got a lot of new animation coming up on the show. I just want to wait till the season really get in effect before I can get the stuff out there. Right now, you know, I just want to make sure I do my due diligence and cross T's and dot I's, make sure everything is where it need to be. But y'all look forward to some more good content. Look forward to some more new video animation. Like I said, I'm really happy with the new intro this year. Should be fire. But listen, y'all enjoy the game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go Big Blue. Let's try to get this with us. It'll be a big win for us, man. At least get us back to 500 football, and we'll take it from there. But a win like this here can catapult this team to feeling good about themselves. Listen, the Mets is popping. They scare me, though. My Mets scare me, ladies and gentlemen. They cannot let the Atlanta Braves beat them up whenever they go back at it. They cannot do it. Come on, New York Mets. Don't let the Atlanta Braves pull us out of here. I'll be at a Yankees doing a damn thing. Salute to the New York Liberty. Hopefully they get to the finals. Wouldn't it be something? Yankees win it, or the Mets win it, Liberty win it, and the Knicks win it. You would have to get the 5 branches of the military in New York, ladies and gentlemen, because that shit is burning down. That's all I'm gonna say. But on that note, man, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace to everybody, man. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming in. I'll see y'all later on in the week and all that good stuff, man. When we get it popping for the media day and all that. Till then, yo, peace out. Y'all be safe. We
Knicks fans, yo, we coming hard.
It's time for this real taller hobby, going live on a televised or on the blue skies with we. On that Friday night, the Knicks sitting with our Knicks constituents, lift the altar drip, that's that Knick orange and blue. I thought you knew, it's the brand, you understand how we do, my man. We stand on business, this real talk brand, you know we in this. We, in the streets of Manhattan, people in the action, the people reacting, leading up to Knicks and he getting it cracked. Cause it's game time, we in the world most famous, we're seeing the Knicks lock your team up. I be serving just like a subpoena, you know the Knicks fan. We, feeling real giddy and litty, cause the New York City gritty committed to beat the city by 50. Well, I'm about to get me a nice cipher with a smart quarter on ice. For a few bucks in the quarter to pay the order with my smart to the right. We got them getting it popping in the Apple Watch. Let the home, let the popping stopping on the Apple Watch. It's Knicks Real Talk, the team streaming on YouTube.com. We got 2 dudes doing good moves spot on, dropping the bomb. From the cop, we got a spot to dropping some of the hottest Knick content that's up in your head. Enough said, you know, upstairs leaving the guard after they done got their bag. Looks like a cab to fly back to the triad, no jet lag.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing with my peoples right here.
We